So I have an uncle, and I love him dearly. I should add that to the video. And today I wanted to share something about my uncle, but it's something that even though my story is going to help me illustrate, it's not necessarily just about my uncle. It's about all of us. It's about you, and it's also about me. You see, my uncle, for as long as I can remember, he's been talking about what he's going to do one day once he makes a lot of money. And I honestly never doubted his intentions, meaning that I knew, and I know, that if one day he was to make all this money, if he was to make the millions of dollars that he dreams about, he would actually do all the things he wants to do for the family. He would take care of grandma, he would take care of his sisters. I have absolutely no doubt. However, one of the things that always made me scratch my head was the fact that he was always counting on the idea that he would one day win the lotto. And of course, that's not uncommon. A lot of people think that they have a chance on winning the lotto. And of course, I'm not saying that nobody wins the lotto. That is statistically not true. But, if you do the math, the, winning the lotto, you have a higher chance of getting struck by lightning than winning the lotto. However, what's important about this is the idea that one day you're going to hit it big by sheer luck. How a lot of us have this concept in the back of our minds. As I grew older, I also noticed some interesting things about my uncle and about his behavior. For example, he would always talk about winning the lotto, but I would never see him buying tickets, which of course makes the idea of winning the lotto nonsensical, or at least I thought it did. And then as I got even older, it started to make more and more sense. And this is the part where I'm telling you that, it's not just him and the lotto buying, not buying situation, but also us. You see, if you start taking actions towards the things that you want, if all of a sudden you're like, okay, this is my plans, these are the things I need to achieve, and this is how I get there, and things don't work out your way, you have to shoulder the idea of being responsible for the results. And I don't want to do that, and you don't want to do that either. That means that my reality is mine because of my own doing, the things that I chose to do and the things that I chose not to do. So sometimes, and this is just how we work, we decide to ignore it. We decide to not connect the last dot in order for us to not have to deal with any feelings of guilt. So you see, the irrational behavior, or what I thought was irrational, of wanting to win the lotto, but not buying the tickets, not working towards winning the lotto, is actually quite rational. And if I was to point it out as irrational, ironically enough, I would be the one not making sense. Now, why is this relevant and why am I sharing this on this vlog? Well, because I think a lot of us do something that is very, very similar. For example, a lot of us have this idea that one day we're going to be crypto wealthy, that we're going to be successful at whatever entrepreneurship thing we're trying to do, but we don't show up. We don't buy the tickets. We don't put in the work. And every now and then we do, when we remember, but how many tickets are we buying towards the idea of winning the lotto? Now, you might not believe me, but you can double check what I'm about to say. That there's a lot of content creators, there's a lot of people that hit it big because of one video. And you would say, well, but if they're like a one-time hit only, or one hit only content creator, that's not success. Well, I guess some of them are, but some others had one video go viral, and all of a sudden their channel became popular, and all of a sudden, they became who they are. They built upon those first bricks. And as a content creator on any platform, not just Steam, which is of course where this one's going to be, video is going to be posted, not just on DTube. I think that attitude is something that you have to take into account. If you're putting in the work, if you're showing up, if you're buying your tickets, it's more likely that one day you'll be able to, reap what you sow. But if you're not putting in the work and you show up just every now and then, or you put very little effort, what are the chances of you winning the lotto? Now, of course, this whole thing is an analogy, and I'm not telling anybody to go buy the lotto, and I want to make that perfectly clear. The point I'm trying to make is that you need to show up. If you don't show up because you're afraid of putting in all this work and not getting the result, if you're afraid of putting in all this energy, effort, and passion and not getting the result back, then you are not ready to win the lotto. You're not ready, because I think the people that have made it, the people that have put a lot of work in and eventually succeeded, were not counting every single effort, going, okay, here's one block. Let me see, did I make it? Oh no, I didn't make it. Oh, okay, here's another block. Okay, let me see, did I make it? No, they were just putting the work out there day after day. And that's it. That's the point of this video. I hope that you liked it, and that's going to be it for me. I'll see you in the next one.